What's up? Welcome to the channel. I'm Tim Green and it is 2025, so it's time to tackle my goals for the year, but not for 2025. You see, I decided late last year I'm going to forego the traditional view on annual goals. Instead, I'm going to focus on the 12-week year planning method, which breaks down to 1 year equals 12 weeks. You can learn more about why I decided to do it in this video here. This vlog is going to cover the first full week of the 12 weeks, from the goals to setting up my calendar for the week, all the way through the end of the week, when I'll review how I did and my progress. If you want to enjoy this, I'd love it if you hit that like button, subscribe, because I got other content on this channel that's coming up this year. But with that said, let's get to the vlog. It is January 13th, 2025, and it is now time to start my venture into the 12-week year. And it is Monday, so on Mondays, part of the 12-week year, you do your planning for the week. On Fridays, you do your review of the week. But before we can go into my planning, let's go over my goals for 2025. So used to saying that. My goals for the next 12 weeks or the next year. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I say the 12-week year, you can go check out these videos where I talk about that. My first goal is to start writing the first few chapters of Fate Mark. My second one is to finish the new design for my film business website. And my third and final goal is to learn Latin. But those are my goals for 2020. Wow. Those are my goals for the next 12 weeks. So now that we have those done, it's time to get into my planning for the week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my plan, breakdown of my goals, and start looking at them and where I can place them and how I can achieve this.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless.
You now saw my schedule. I'll put my weekly schedule up on screen now. I don't like it. As much as I do, as well as I do on a schedule under structure, I hate structure with a burning passion. But I do really well under it for a while. And I don't like this. Something about it I just don't like. I think it's because it's new. It's different. I'm not familiar with the 12-week year. So trying to schedule things out and be there, achieve these goals, I'm still figuring those out. It's going to be more fluid. But I think if I have a schedule, but it's fluid each week, it'll be easier for me to stick to over the long term than having the same schedule every single day, every single week. That's what we're going to see from there. One thing I did forget to do that I have to write down is my ultimate goal to achieve by the end of the week for each of my goals. But I did take my break already. I want to get to working on Fate Mark because I did not complete the breakdown of the sections into chapters, potential chapters, when I was preparing for this and got burned out. So I want to finish that out. I'm not liking it. I used AI to help me get a general flow for it. And I wanted to finish breaking that down there and then go really examine it and see, do I like this or should it be different? Because by the end of the week, I know I wanted to start going in and starting the zero draft in a sense, where it's just me taking the prologue, what happens in it? What do I know happens? What would I like to happen? What do I still need to figure out? And just filling out those bullets and those ideas and going from there. It's gonna be a long process for each of the chapters before I start writing. But that's what I wanna start working on now because I do need to get to Vimeo, examine how many videos I need to get off that and over to YouTube, and still get Latin done before I head out to work.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits.
Okay, so this is the next day. This is the 14th. I'm doing a wrap up for the 13th because the buzzing saw from the front work in the front porch was very clear and loud in the video, so I'm just gonna do it here. I did very well. I didn't get everything done I wanted to get done. I will continue that today. I gotta do some video editing first.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change, play the game that we say. I need a break. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep.
Okay, it is 10:48. I'm already into my break when I stopped editing a new series called Dueling Tactics. It's about comparing and contrasting two pieces of writing advice that kind of butt heads. That will be coming out later this year. What you saw me editing was supposed to be the first episode, but as I've been thinking about it and even editing it, there's a better way to present this. I didn't fully realize. I had parts of it, but I didn't bring it through the entire video by recording it that way. So I'm gonna have to re-record it, but I'm editing what I have so I can present it to Adam. You know him as the co-host of the Writer's Mindscape that's being reposted on this channel, as well as the narrator and co-host of the Skylar Grant podcast. And we'll be coming back for the revamped version of that podcast as the Storytime podcast for Angelic Wars. He has a good instinct for feedback on that, and he can really help me with this. I didn't finish the edit, and I'll have to finish that later this week so I can bring it to him when I go to record stuff for him on Saturday. But I'm gonna take a quick break before I get to Fate Mark because I'm trying my best to stay on the schedule. I do have to leave a little earlier than normal for work. I gotta pick up my supervisor. She asked me if I could give her a ride, so I gotta do that. We're gonna take a quick break and then get on to Fate Mark.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're with my time, you're delirious.
I finished section 4, which is the climax of the story. I still have 2 more sections I have to do, smaller ones. The final one is really just the wrap up, the resolution, and then the epilogue at the end. So I'm excited for that. That'll be an interesting thing to go. I will be able to finish that tomorrow, but it'll be after my break because tomorrow in the morning when I start at 9 is going to be evaluating my website. So I won't be able to get back to editing Dueling Tactics pilot episode that I'll show Adam on Saturday until Thursday. I might just take all Thursday off from Fate Mark because I'll be finishing that and it'll allow me to refresh and then I'll figure out what I want to do on Friday with it. But I think that'll be where I'll just kind of get more review the breakdown of the chapters, see if I like it, and then maybe even run it through AI just to see how we can, if there's any way to make it not feel like a novel, because it's definitely feeling like a novel because there's a lot of chapters and there's a lot of scenes, but at the same, like right now at the end of what I have over 201 bullets throughout this. So, and it just seems a little more novel, not novella. So I might run it through just AI to get some feedback on what ways we can clip it. I'll figure out there. And overall, but I think overall I'll probably keep it the same. I'll worry about that then. But I want to wrap this up because my phone's probably going to run out of space again. And I don't want to do that, deal with it, re-record this. Yeah, that's gonna be for today. I don't think I'll get any more B-roll or anything like that, but who knows.
My time, you're delirious, mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior, inferior. You know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
It's January 15th, and on Wednesdays when I plan to work on my website according to my schedule for this week, and I think that's going to be the general practice. Today I just had to evaluate my website and what I need to get done with the updating everything. I have 16 to 17 past projects I need to do their pages for, but which will be very easy to do once I have the layout for it done, because I want to include on there places for quotes for people I work with on working with me, stuff like that, their thoughts on the video, because I currently do not have that on my website set up now. I'll be able to crank out a lot of those quickly once I have that layout done. Contact page I gotta finish, and a booking-request a quote page, which is probably gonna be a request a quote page, because if I put a calendar or booking thing, I won't keep track of that online. I just won't update that. I know it. So it's better to request a quote. Also, I have to solve some issues technologically of working with Wix, which is a pain in the ass right now of what I want. So that will take some time. But with this done, I'm happy with it. I can check that off the list, and it will give me some time to now go work on Fate Mark, get that done, and then I'll probably, if I get done fast enough time before I have to go to work, I will be getting some editing done on that concept pilot episode of Dueling Tactics so I can show Adam on Saturday. But that's what I'm planning on for today. So, and at some point I'll also get a shower in and change out my shirt.
Till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers. You better wake up for the pay stub, or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh, fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Famous for the way up, play the game, bruh.
It's done. The chapter breakdown for Fate Marked is complete, and it doesn't feel like a novella, which is no more than 50,000 words, and generally starts around 20,000 words. Anything below that is a novellaette, I believe. So let's give you some numbers quickly to show you why I have these concerns. First off, there are 224 bullets, 71 chapters, 5 sections, not counting the prologue and epilogue, 6 point of view characters. So you can get an idea why I'm worried about this not being novella. It's getting a very much truthsayer vibes. When I really settled down on the story I wanted to tell there, the saving of his home from corruption, a corrupt religious order, it expanded well beyond what was going to be able to be a novella. I was okay with it, but at the same time, I wasn't, and then I just could never figure it out. I had so many ideas for this, and I could never figure out that story, so I just gave up on it. But this is giving me that feeling. This could easily become a novella, but I might have to cut stuff, but it's something I have to evaluate over time. That's what it's gonna have to do. I think that I can evaluate tomorrow, but I really wanna get to editing the concept for Duel Tactics and get that done today if I can. It's a little after 12, so I'm gonna have to get to that right now. But if I can get that done, I'll have tomorrow and Friday to really just focus on evaluating this. It's done. I got the editing for the concept for Duel Tactics done and edited. It's actually rendering out right now. I didn't put a lot of time into it. I put captions and stuff where I know where things would go normally. But I am excited. I do like it. It'll be great to see what Adam has to say on it. As much as I want to get this thing out, I'm not going to rush it because I really do care about this. I really think it can help this niche of writing advice that clashes and help explain it. That means I can have instead of having to do editing tomorrow, actually I think I might have to do some editing I'll probably use some time to work on preparing for Storytime podcast. But I will be able to work on Fate Marked a little bit tomorrow as well. So I'm excited with that, but now I gotta get ready to go to work. So it is January 16th, and it is 10:30, and I'm done for the day. I've already ran my Fate Marked chapter breakdowns through AI, got some great feedback on them. Though because of the way Claude works, editing Tim here, gotta jump in here. I go on about how Claude works, not necessarily purpose for this video, but it works in a way where it was just easier for me to stop here based on how it works. But it did give me some great feedback. It has gotten me what I need to do for tomorrow when I come back to it, because there is 225 beats. It's off from what I said earlier. There was a misnumbering by 1. I'm going to go through those bullets and I'm going to figure out which ones are actual scenes and which are things that are added to that scene. So I know exactly how many scenes, not just bullets, I have. And that I hope will help me get through this feeling that it feels more like a novel than a novella. That's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Today I'm just going to tackle a chapter or two of polishing up Adam's reading of Angelic Wars: Legend of the Godchild, which is my first novel I ever wrote and completed, that we'll be doing for a Storytime podcast season 1 that will launch after the Writer's Mindscape last episode goes up, which will be in I think mid-February, I don't remember. Once that ends, that will go up. So I'm just kind of polishing his chapters up a little bit. I'm gonna do that today, and then I will do something myself. What's something I want to do before I go to work?
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change, play the game that we say. I need a break. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on.
It is January 17th. Finally, Friday has arrived. It's been a long week, but we're here. So today we're going to be wrapping up with this video. First, we got to get through today's work, and then depending on how much time I have before I have to leave for work, I will do my Friday evaluation, which I'm supposed to do every Friday for the 12-week year, or I'll do it tomorrow. So we'll see about that. But today we're going to take the chapter summary and the bullets, and I'm going to remove all bullets that have nothing to do, that are not scenes. They're just information for the scene, but not an actual scene. This way I can start what I was calling a zero draft. I'm gonna probably lean more towards pre-writing because it feels more like that than actual zero drafts are.
Just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great.
So almost immediately after I stopped screen capturing, AI decided not to do what I asked it to do. It was to generate all the chapters and the scenes within those chapters for the whole section, and it stopped after 2 chapters. This is something that AI has a problem with following directions. It's because it's a longer chat, because this is generally what happens in longer chats. It's better earlier on. It constantly got the number of scenes total for the section wrong, and then when it got to section 3, it just didn't generate all 18 chapters. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take what it's been generating, and I've been pasting it into Excel. I'm going to go through it to see how well it did. I honestly don't think it did very well, but because of how I word my bullets, each bullet can come off as its own scene when it's really part of a bigger scene. After I examine how well it did, I will decide where I'm gonna start, if I can use what it generated at least the beginning, or all of it, or any of it. I just realized my chapter breakdowns for the prologue was not correct. And also I needed to move a flashback chapter to the beginning of the section 1 double life. Now that it's up to date, I can realize that I don't think AI did a very good job. I haven't fully checked, but I'm not gonna waste any more time today. I'm gonna go through the chapters. I'm going to highlight the scene and anything below it that falls into the scene above it, a different highlight color. And then after I'm done with that, I'm going to count up the number of scenes and then I'll copy and paste the scenes into a different Excel document or tab just to confirm I have the exact number of scenes.
I'm living life with the noose and in my mind, all I hear is music. Watching your mouth move, damn you look stupid. I feel like everyone's a stranger. Small talk with your narcissistic neighbor. She's real hot, but they said to never date her. Ha, I agreed, but you did and I hate her.
Okay, so I am now completed with highlighting all the bullets that I see as the actual scene. It comes down to having 107 scenes total. There are 2 I highlighted in a different color because they fit being a separate scene, but also fit being part of this a scene above them. I just could not decide, so I decided to highlight them that way. If I remove them, I only have 105 scenes, so which is not bad. I do think seeing how many actual scenes will help with this feeling that it's not a novella anymore, it's a novel. But I can't say for sure. It's only time's gonna tell. Maybe by the time next week comes around, I'll have a better idea of this, and we'll see from there. It is now 1 o'clock. I have to get ready to go to work, and so I won't have time to do a review today. I'll probably do that tomorrow after I come back from Adams. But it was a good day. It is Saturday, January the 18th. Fate Mark went extremely well. Proud of what I got accomplished. I didn't burn myself out, which was a little bit of a worry after a few weeks ago when I last worked on it. And I have a good starting point to go start with next week. So we'll see how that goes in going into there. But I'm happy with that. The website clearly needs work to get it ready to relaunch, and it's just gonna take some time. I have some technical things I have to figure out how to do within Wix, which is not easy, and you can't seem to get an answer anywhere. And it's something I gotta figure out and then go from there. The biggest thing is gonna be the issue is figuring that out and a template for the portfolio. That will come. It's the Latin I'm worried about. Did none of that this week. I kept pushing it off because it's in the afternoon, right before I go to work. I think I need to move that to the beginning of the day and try that there. And so I think that's what I'm gonna do next week. It was a good first week for the first week of a 12-week year. I'm gonna wrap this video up here. It is February the 3rd, and just when you thought this video was over, we're not. As thrilled as I am how well the first week went, weeks 2 and 3 were nightmares. Martin Luther King Jr. Day threw me off. I only had a 4-week work week, and I treated it like that. And by the end of the week, I just didn't get anything done. What my goals for the week were. I didn't even set up my calendar for the 3rd week, though I did get a lot of stuff done on Fate Mart. My mind was elsewhere, and as soon as I posted my goals for the year, for this first year as a separate video, I started questioning them, especially at the end of the 3rd week. This is a writing channel, and only one goal is focus on writing. When my desire not to work on my website, other personal elements that go into that, I am calling this one a quits. I'm going to start this 12-week year thing over again with new goals, focused on writing. I'm going to take some time to do that, so it will not be part of this video. That will be a separate video, probably just focus on the goals. I will start this I'll start this journey over again, and the next vlog, maybe not the next vlog, but the next one of the vlog will be a full 12-week year count. There you have it. That was my first week in experience of the 12-week year with a few weeks later hindsight. Hope you enjoyed it. You made it this far, so I'm assuming you did. So why not hit that like button as a prayer to the holy algorithm and subscribe, because I got writing content on this channel with Dueling Tactics coming out soon. You want to know when that drops, as well as other content coming later in the year. So subscribe. Whatever content I have best for you will be on screen now. See you there. Click one. We'll see you there. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Watching your